So not just did not, this of course includes different types, past tenses in English. Not just did not, it could also be used as have not, had not, would not. You know, when you translate in English, the use of word lam in Arabic, you would translate it have not, had not, would not. You know, but in Arabic, the word stand is used. The word lam is used for the past tense. Whatever tense you translate it in English, but in Arabic it is used with past tense, or it is used to show the past tense. In other words, as long as it has to do with the past tense, it can be used. The best example of lam are lam yalid wa lam yulad. Everybody knows. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. Yulad. You know, Yalid and yulad are also verbs. These are verbs. As I told you about fail. In Arabic, these are fail. But these are past tenses. Both yalid and yulad are past tense in Arabic. You know, in English, when you translate it, you would say he is not begotten by anyone, nor does he beget. So you translate this yalid and yulad in present tense while translating in English and similarly in some other languages too. But lam in Arabic is used for the past tense. Yalid and yulad in Arabic are the past tense. Very strong negation means that Allah never, it is simply, impossible to think that Allah could have a father or Allah could have a son. Going to the example, given in this list, وَيُعَلِّمُكُمُ الْكِتَابَ, and he will teach you. Teach you means he will profit. Basically, he is Muhammad, peace be upon him. وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ, and he will teach you. Al-Kitaba, the book means the Quran. Wal-Hikmah, and wisdom. The wisdom that is in the verses of the Quran, the gems of wisdom. وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ, and he will teach you. Ma lam, that which. Lam takunu, you did not know. Lam takunu, you were not. That which you were not knowing. This is the word for word meaning, but the idiomatic meaning as given in English is that which you did not know. So ma is that which, lam didn't, takunu you were, talamun you were knowing about it. You were not knowing. وَيُعَلِّمُكُمْ, the duties of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, are told here. That he will teach you the book, and he will teach you the wisdom contained in the pages of the book, and he will teach you many other things that you do not know. So this lam here shows the same strength as lam yalid wa lam yulad. Meaning to say that if Prophet is not there in our life, if the book is not there in our life, whatever of this world, of this dunya we learn, we still are ignorant, we still are illiterate, we still are like ummi. Quran word uses the word ummi, means unlettered, not knowing anything at all. No knowledge is completed without including Quran and Sunnah into it. So this lam shows that you would have been utterly ignorant, unlettered. And person would say that, okay, I have got such and such degrees and I'm highly qualified according to the standard of this world. But yes, that could be only worldly education or worldly knowledge. Actually, this is worldly education. The knowledge itself is just the divine knowledge. That is Quran and the, prophetic tradition. Today it is called Sunnah. Before Muhammad, peace be upon him, it was, the just the preachings of every prophet. So very strong negation that you never knew anything at all. And, some of the people of Arabia were really knowledgeable. They were intelligent and as per the standards of today, they were literate and they were full of wisdom. But all these things were incomplete, and Quran says that if Muhammad is not teaching you, malam takunu talamun, you were knowing nothing at all, not the least of the knowledge. Next example is wanahnu ahaku, and we are ahaq, means we are more worthy of bil mulki, of authority minhu. Minhu in comparison with who is he? In comparison with he, we are more worthy of authority than he, someone. Walam yukta sa'atam minal mal. And he was not given plenty of wealth. Walam, and he was never. This was one of the objections of the enemies of prophets of all times, that they would find the prophets to be mostly poor. And when they would notice that in spite of being poor and in spite of being socially worthless, he is given that honor by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they would say, they would object at the judgment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his decision, and they would say, we are more worthy of prophethood. Or, mulk. Mulk here is authority, kingship. This particular thing was, said when one of the kings of Bani Israel, he asked them that they had to fight against the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala under the leadership of the commander, which was Dawood. Dawood, who later became a prophet of Allah as well. And they were told that you have to fight under the command of this person. He was going to be the commander. Now the people, when they looked at Dawood alayhi salam, although he was very tall and hefty, well-built, fit to be the commander of the army, they said, no, we can't follow him. We can't take him as our leader because we are richer than he is. We are more, worthy, capable of having this authority. One of us, one of the influentials amongst us should be made the leader or the commander of the army. And when the commander of the army is decided, in all times and even in those times, it was not that the wealth was taken in care of. It's not for somebody's wealth or worldly or social status that he is decided to be the leader or the commander of the army or not. They said, but in their narrow judgment, they thought that they were more suitable, capable, eligible to be the commander of the army. وَنَحْنُ, and we are ahaku, more worthy, bil mulki, of this authority, of this leadership, minhu, than this Dawood alayhi salam. He basically stands for Dawood. And these verses are by the end of the Jews to Sayakulu Sifaha. Walam yuti, and never he is given, means he is not given the least of wealth at all. Sa'atun means abundance, plenty, minal mali, of wealth. He is not given even a single penny. So, the worth of the human beings is not judged by pence and pennies. It is judged by their caliber and their abilities and their performance and their skills and how many things and how much degree of excellence they are capable to exhibit their skills. So this is the idea behind is really very forceful, and in order to comprehend that forceful idea, the use of forceful negations is made. Okay, today I will first of all revise for you these sentences that we have been doing, and then we'll move on. Basically, for some days we have started the use of preposition in Arabic, and I must tell you once again that a noun in Arabic can have three different status. Three status of a noun are there. Although the thing has been repeated, but repetition benefits. That's why. And Quran also says that repeat repetition helps. So three status of noun are worship here. For example, again, I would take the example of the name Muhammad. Muhammadun is the subject. Subject in Arabic is fa'il. Fa'il is someone performing an action. When Muhammad or any other name or any other person is shown in a sentence as doing something, as performing an action, it would also be there with a dhammatain or a single dhamma. This is the file status, subject status. And then the other one is Muhammadan. Muhammadan is with a double fatha, alif and double fatha. This is object. Object is called maf'ul in Arabic. Means when Muhammad, peace be upon him, is being done something on. Allah, when he is in object, like La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. He is object, maf'ul there. And the third case is Muhammadin. Muhammadin, this shows possession. Like Muhammad's book, for example. If I have to say Muhammad's book, I would say Kitabu Muhammadin with a kasra. Possession and preposition. Preposition. For example, in salawat you say Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin. So ala Muhammadin, ala is a preposition, and Muhammadin. In this case, you can't say Muhammadun or Muhammadan. So these three are the status for a noun. You would notice that when preposition is introduced, the noun goes into the kasra form. The last letter goes into kasra. And all these nouns are the proper nouns. They are starting with alif and lam. The example of Muhammad is without alif and lam. But when you insert alif and lam, the tanween is gone. Double fatha, double kasra, double dhamma is gone. So this is to reinforce with you that preposition fi, Allah, there are so many prepositions. And when they are used before a noun, whether it is a proper or a common noun, it goes into the kasra or kasratain form. And other thing I have reinforced with you is that the status of the noun in Arabic may have three different forms or shapes or looks or uses. Double dhamma or single dhamma, double fatha or single fatha, double kasra or single kasra. Dhammatain for fa'il means subject, double fatha for maf'ul or object, double kasra or single kasra for possession, and when it is used after a preposition. Looking again at these sentences, please pay attention. Aina Muhammadun. Aina is also a question word that we are learning for the first time. I mean, we have been doing it for a few days. Aina, where is Muhammadun? Muhammad, being is an action. Where is Muhammadun? You can't say Muhammadin or Muhammadun here. That's a big grammatical mistake. Meaning doesn't change, but double dhamma or a double fatha or a double kasra actually shows the status of the noun there. Aina Muhammadin huwa means he. Huwa is he, masculine, single, third person. Is a personal pronoun. Fil ghurfati, ghurfatun. Basically, the word is in its default form, it is ghurfatun. It is a common noun in Arabic. But all common nouns can be made proper noun very easily. When you introduce alif and lam, tanween is gone and single dhamma remains. It becomes al-ghurfatu. Al-ghurfatu. And when you use al-ghurfatu after a preposition, it's no more al-ghurfatu, rather it is al-ghurfati. And with preposition fi, it becomes fil ghurfati. Alif and lam sounds are dropped there. Huwa fil ghurfati. He is in the room. Next is wa aina yasirun. Yasir again is a masculine name and Islamic name. Huwa fil hammami. Hammam you already know is the washroom or the bathroom. Hammami. Through the picture you were told that hammam is a bathroom. Wa aina. And again, he is used because it's masculine, it's third person, it's single. Wa aina. When you look at any noun in Arabic, you can easily, or a stage will come when you will be able to say four things about it. Means its gender, its number, whether it's proper or common noun, and then whether it is first person, second person, or third person. You will be able to tell it. Wa aina aminatu. Now the gender changes. Still third person, still single, but gender changes. Instead of he, it is she now. And this tadamatu, I told you. This tadamatu, I explained it to you. Hiya fil matbahi. She is in the kitchen. Next is Ainal Kitab. Kitab in Arabic is masculine. Every noun in Arabic is assigned a gender, and obviously there are just two gender we believe in. As Muslims, we believe in just two genders, masculine and feminine. Then there is a voluntary transgender, which is getting something very common. I may change this subject, but as Muslims, we believe that Allah has created just two gender, and Quran also supports this idea. Sometimes the children are born with rather unclear gender identification. Even in those cases, one of these, either gender has a stronger signs. They are exhibited there. But these transgenders are, they are people's own choice. As okay, anyways, Aina Kitabu, kitab is masculine in Arabic. So that's why masculine personal third person pronoun is used, he. But because kitab is ghair aqil, it is inanimate, you won't translate that he is on the desk. You would say it is on the desk, and this rule is very much applicable in English grammar too. Everyone knows, and the idea is very simple to comprehend. وَأَيْنَ السَّاعَةُ. This ta is the first sign. There are different signs which show that a noun is feminine. This round ta is the first sign that the noun is feminine. Amina is a real gender. She is a real feminine. But sa'atu is inanimate. It is ghair aqil. Even inanimate ghair aqil objects in Arabic are also assigned a gender because this particular noun has this round ta at the end. This is feminine. That's why hiya is used, which is she. When you say wa aina sa'atu, where is the watch or where is the clock? You can't say that she is on the bed. It, inanimate. Inanimate is called ghair aqil. Here, it is ala sariri, on the bed. So we have gone through the revision, and next is something important. It's the usage now. And usage particularly is of preposition. And when you use, basically you will use proper nouns here. When you use them after preposition, they will take kasra, single kasra in the end. The first thing is a book. A book is called kitabun. Kitabun. The question is about al-kitab, not kitabun. So you have to use al-kitab in the answer. Ain al-kitabu, you have to use huwa or hiya. For that matter, you have to know the gender of kitab. Kitab doesn't have this round ta. It doesn't end at this round ta. So it means that it is huwa. So you would say huwa on. Okay? Alal. On alal. And what thing it is on? For example, you could say alal kursi. Kursi means the chair. Alal kursi. Because of Allah, al kursiyu becomes kursiyi. You can use al maktabi too. You can use as-sariri too, because book can be anywhere. Because this is the vocabulary that you have mastered already, so that's why I'm using these words. Next is Aina Muhammadun. Where is Muhammad? The gender is obviously clear. So you would use third person, single, masculine, personal pronoun huwa. Where is he? He must be huwa fil baiti. Preposition and then al baitu becomes al baiti. Again, I'm careful to use only the words you have done. So making combinations with the words you have done already, you can construct sentences. Aina sa'atu. You know, sa'atu is a clock or a watch. Besides its gender, first of all, feminine. In order to show a feminine personal pronoun, you have to use hiya. But it's not translated as she in this particular case. It is. For example, alal as-sa'atu means the watch is, the wristwatch is alal maktabi. It is on the desk, the writing table or the study table. Aina Yasirun is a real gender, masculine. You will use huwa. Masculine, third person, singular form. Huwa. Okay, help me with any word that you want to use. Huwa fit dukani. He is in the shop. Right? Okay. Aina Aminatu. Where is Amina? Look at the gender. Feminine gender. Single, third person pronoun is hiya. Okay. Hiya fil ghurfati. You know, they said Muhammad huwa fil ghurfati. I have made hiya fil ghurfati. Okay, next is yes or no question. You know, this question starting with a, that, you know, is responded with la or na'am. This thing you already have done. Aminatu fil ghurfati, you can say na'am. Na'am means yes. Here she is fil ghurfati. Fil ghurfati. So you notice that how the things are making sense. Fil ghurfati. Or if you want to make it like la, you could say la. No. Here fil matbakhi. Here fil matbakhi. No, she is in the kitchen, not in the ghurfa or not in the room. Next is Yasirun fil matbakhi. Is Yasir in the kitchen again? you can have two possible responses. Number one is la. In that case, you would say huwa fid dukkani. But if you say na'am, then you would say yes. Huwa fil matbakhi. Huwa fil matbakhi. Man fil ghurfati. Who is, in the kitchen? You could say like Muhammadun fil ghurfati. You can't say, huwa fil ghurfati here because they're asking particular the name, the person. Huwa fil ghurfati. Muhammadun fil ghurfati. Muhammad is in the room. Waman fil hammami. Al waladu. I'm using, not name here. I'm using proper noun that is derived from a common noun. Al waladu. The child is fil ghurfati. Sorry, fil hammami. The child is fil hammami. Maza alal maktabi. Maza means what it is that is on the desk. Means what is on the desk, writing table. Maza alal maktabi. Al kitabu means the book is alal maktabi. So, we are using a variety of questions here. But special thing about the answer is that they all make use of a preposition. Al-kitabu alal maktabi. Maza ala sariri. What is on the bed? As-sa'atu ala sariri. Ala sariri. So the highlighting point is that a preposition is followed by the form of noun that takes kasra in the end. And a variety of questions are being asked, and these are all the types of questions you have learned. So, things must be, they must appear to be related with each other somehow as you are proceeding on with your lessons, and I'm sure that this must be the case with you, or I pray that it must be the case with you. And as the lessons are getting a bit advanced, so slower we will move on with these. And tomorrow I would invite you to read and translate these two things, that the one we revised today, and the second, the question and answer that we have done today. The time actually is already